The human heart. The human heart is consist of four chamber of heart. Upper two chamber is called right atrium and left atrium. Lower is called right ventricle and left ventricle. The human heart has four chamber of heart, two atria and two ventricles. Usually the ventricles are thicker than atria. All four compartments are totally separated from each other except for the passage which connect them from within. Weight of heart is near about 300 gram. Heart is surrounded by two membrane called pericardium, which has a teeny space in between them called as a pericardial space, and it is filled with a lubricating fluid called pericardial fluid. The atrial contract together and relax together. Similarly, the ventricles always contract together and relax together. The contraction is called systole and the relaxation is called diastole. Many atria and veins enter the exit the heart chambers. In right atria, two vena cava enter. In left atria, two pulmonary veins enter. From right ventricle emerges the pulmonary artery, which soon branches into two as it goes towards the lungs. From left ventricle emerges the aorta, the thickest artery, which soon divides into three branches. The left side of heart contains oxygenated blood always. The right side contains deoxygenated blood. Both these sides are clearly separated by interventricular septum, which prevents mixing of the blood. The wall. Total four walls are present. The opening between right atria and its ventricle called tricuspid wall. The opening between left atria and its ventricle called bicuspid wall or mitral wall. Together they are called as atrioventricular wall. The opening between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery is called as pulmonary wall. The opening between left ventricle and aorta is called as a aortic wall. Together they are called as a semilunar wall. The study of heart, its structure and function and disease is called as cardiology.
Circulation of blood through the heart. Blood enters the heart through the inferior and superior vena cava and is pumped into the right atrium of the heart. As the atrium contracts, blood flow from the right atrium into right ventricle through the opening tricuspid wall. When the ventricle is full, the tricuspid wall shuts, preventing backflow of blood into the atria. Blood leaves the right ventricle heart through the pulmonic wall into the pulmonary artery and to the lungs where it is oxygenated. The pulmonary veins empties oxygen-rich blood from the lungs into the left atrium of the heart. As the atrium contracts, blood flow from the left atrium to left ventricle through the opening called mitral wall. When the ventricle is full, the mitral wall shuts, preventing backflow of blood into the atrium. As the ventricle contracts, blood leaves the heart through the aortic wall into the aorta and to the body. As you can see, network of veins. Now, microscopic view of blood flow. Some common information about heart. The heart is a muscular organ in most animals which pumps blood through the blood vessels of the circulatory system. Blood provides the body with oxygen and nutrients as well as assists in the removal of metabolic waste. In human, the heart is located between the lungs in the middle compartments of the chest. Types of blood vessel: artery, capillary and vein. An artery. Thick outer wall, small lumen, thick layer of muscle and elastic fiber. A vein, thin layer of muscle and elastic fiber. Large lumen with fairly thin outer wall. A capillary, very small lumen, wall made up of single layer of cells.